Heidi ho everyone, my name is Mr. Fruit and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, we are throwing it back to the Destiny 2 beta. Don't ask why, but I got on today and I was just thinking to myself, hey, how much has Crucible changed? Went back to one of my beta videos to remember what I used. I'd already wiped from my memory the fact that we had double primaries. So anyway, Better Devils was obviously by far and away the best gun in the beta. Year one obviously saw a ton of love. So I have Ye Old Faithful here. Then we're going to be using the Valakadin, which interestingly enough in the beta was called Death Stalker for You. And then the Wicked Sister, because again, the grenade launcher that was in the beta, the name and stuff was, I don't even know, like I couldn't tell because I didn't inspect it, but even just the icon of it, I couldn't recognize. So I picked a year one grenade launcher I never used, which, well, this would fit the bill. And then of course, year one Crucible armor. And during the beta, one of my favorite loadouts to run Titan-wise was the bottom tree Sentinel shield. We didn't even have middle shield. This one gave you 2 shield throws. So I was like, Captain America, of course. Those times seem so dark and distant and cold now. Getting the heebie-jeebies just thinking about them. Although a lot of people aren't too happy with PvP these days. So if you think about it, really we just went full circle. People will always find something to complain about. That's just the nature of humans, really. Oh, I can't stop yawning. Monday morning. Gotta wake up. I tried doing some push-ups to wake myself up, and my dogs mauled me. So I'd say it's a good start to the day. Yeah. Got that drifter mask is literally the stuff of horrors, and whoever made that, I hate you. Just know that. Speaking of Mondays, though. Cool. Been a lot more research recently, even though I mean, people, nah, right? I thought this was D2. There's been a lot more research and studies into the 4-day work week. First off, what am I shooting? Notably, oh my god, get off of my screen, you disgusting looking. Yeah, get to work. Play the game. Come on, Drifter. PvP, alright. Good Guardians on the field. Yeah, come on. They're here. Fine, whatever, I'll do it myself. Oh, look at that. I finally motivated him. That's right. It is time. Notably, explosive payloads, though, were so good during the time because of no range fall off. Oh my god. Yeah, we worked 40-hour work days over 5 days. But what people have found, you know, if you do like 4 days, what actually ends up happening is people are more productive, get more stuff done, and are generally happier because, you know, they get to have a life outside of work, which is crazy. I can't really speak. My work-life balance is atrocious, and I don't have... Dude, what am I... Is my mouse plugged in? Is my brain to hand, like, are they connected right now? Hello? I'm like in a dream. You know when you try and throw a punch in a dream and it just comes out like super slow? That's how I feel right now. I'm in some weird dream stage. Okay, but at the very least, I impressed my melee button. So, just killing it out here. Ooh! Dang, I actually didn't realize explosive payloads could still 3-tap like that. Well, that's not bad, but grenade launchers are. You should be ashamed of yourself. Hey, puppies. I mean, I know for me, the way I try to work with myself and stuff when I'm working in the day, I know when I'm most productive and when I'm not. Like, I am a morning person. I don't like to be awake in the morning, or like, it's not like I'm like, yeah, let's get up at the crack of... I hate grenade launchers. Jesus. I'm a morning person in that I know I am most productive in the morning. There is like a significant dip in my energy, motivation, and productivity in the afternoon. No matter what. It doesn't matter when I wake up, the dip in productivity happens at the same time, every day. So I try and work around it. Now, how do I work around it? Well, I'm still trying to figure that out myself. It's about working with yourself and whatnot. Where's this guy? Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, he was right in front of me. How did I... Whatever. He's dead. And I have an auto rifle. Oh, I'm 100% dead here. Oh, help me. Help me. Oh, I can hear their little grenade launchers. Those stupid sons of guns. Hey. Oh my goodness. It's the entire armada. The Guardians are here. The Guardians are here. See, I try and actually stagger my day so that I do bulk my work around the morning-ish, you know, around like until like lunchtime. Then I go to the gym And the gym gives me boost of energy, which I mean is like sounds ironic and stuff, but it gets my head in like a, you know, a clear headspace, kind of break up the day, break up the monotony. I get out of the house, I come back, get a shower, get some food in me, a little like rejuvenated, and then try and finish out whatever I need to do for the day. But sometimes I've been having a lot of like energy exhaustion issues recently. And so, goodness gracious. So despite my best efforts, sometimes I can't get myself out of bed in the morning, which sucks because like I said, it doesn't matter if I wake up at 6 in the morning or 11 in the morning. If I wake up at 11 in the morning, I just know I have even less time in that day to be productive. Like, just have, it's not like, oh, I woke up at 11. Okay, well then I have, you know, 7 hours of productivity ahead of me. Nope, I got like 3 now, rather than if I just woken up earlier. So, trying to do my best there. I've actually gotten some blood work done. And actually, as of around the time this video is going up, I will have gone to the doctor because I'm getting my lab results back. A little anxious, but that's okay. It's not. I was told there's some abnormalities, which could mean, I know that could mean anything. Like my thyroid might have a, I want to say underperforming thyroid. Like, come on, you can do better, thyroid. But that's definitely not the medical word I'm looking for. Also, I'm just feeding, dude. What the fudge is wrong with me today, dude? Like, I'm just an absolute monkey. Dude, with like the mountaintop and the recluse and stuff, I'm just gonna say PvP is not fun. It is not fun running around here getting one shot by all this cheese all the time. Yeah, so between like thyroid and you're checking like cholesterol levels and, well, I mean like tons of blood stuff. So, I mean, it could be a variety of things. And it's weird because I want there to be something, because like I'm looking for an answer and something that's definitely been up for a good bit now. So I want an answer in that, you know, I figure out something. But I also don't want it to be like super, like, I don't want to be like, oh, that's the answer. Like, well, that's not very good. So I don't want to just be told like, yeah, well, you know, take some more vitamin B or something like that. Which, you know, I would just, God, hopefully it's not too drastic. Anyway, yeah, been a little anxious about that for the past couple days. So here's to hoping that whatever it is isn't too serious. Your thoughts are appreciated. But I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Well, I think I know one thing. He's gonna be like, yeah, you gotta stop playing so much PvP, Mr. Fruit, because it's killing you. I don't really know how we got there from Destiny 2 beta loadouts, but here we are. Something about work weeks and then my blood work. I will say that was not fun. That was not fun. I remember the beta actually was so much fun. Yeah, there was only a few viable weapons. I mean, there's only a handful anyway, and like you could even use. But it all came down to like actual gunfights. And now so often that's not the case. You're either getting team shot, which to be fair was very prevalent in year 1 Destiny 2. You're getting melted by the recluse. You're getting one shot by the mountaintop or all this other kind of cheese. I don't know. I think that's just why I've been enjoying Call of Duty, even with some of the annoying stuff it has. That's the different thing with me too. Rather than sitting here though and being like, God, I hate this, so I'm just going to keep playing it. I go, you know what? I don't want to play this right now, so I'm going to go play something else rather than sit here and be like, I wish this was better, but I'm going to keep playing it anyway. Bah. Can we just find a game? Because I'm going to keep rambling. Oh, this is perfect, though. This is a Destiny 2 beta map. Well, yeah, in regards to work, though. Work is always going to be work. There's that saying, you know, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. Don't let people feed you that, because then you also have this expectation that if you're sitting there and you think you're doing what you love or something, but then you're like, man, this feels like work, then you feel like you failed or this isn't something that you love to do. No, guess what? Work is work no matter what you do, all right? Sometimes stuff has to get done, you know? I love what I do. This is my dream job. But guess what? Sometimes I don't want to work. Sometimes I'm just not feeling it, or I'm not motivated. Or I know to a certain degree I got to do stuff, you know? I got to treat this like a job as well. Don't fall into this trap everybody tries to tell you. Oh, yeah, do what you love, but if you hate what you're doing, then clearly you don't love it. That's not the case. Everybody has good days, bad days. Everybody loves what they do sometimes. Everybody hates what they do sometimes. And there are clearly some jobs where people, you know, it's just not what they want to do. And you'll know that. And that's very evident. But if you enjoy what you do, don't feel bad because, you know, one day it feels like, you know what? This feels like work. Maybe I made the wrong decision. No. And Also, don't get put into this trap too that you need to find this one perfect job from the start. I think on average, the average person changes their profession like 6 times in their life or something like that. Like not even necessarily jobs, but like professions or something like that. So don't feel like you're out there, you're alienated because you can't find what you do. Nobody really can. Nobody really knows what they're going to do with their life up until the moment they die. You know what I'm saying? Make the most of it. Do what you can in your life. But don't get so focused and narrow-minded that you tunnel in on this idea that you have to make the most of it and everything has to be perfect. And if you're not doing something perfect, then you're wasting your life, your potential, or... I'm losing it, dude. There's so few times where it's me and a guy and we're just shooting each other with real guns that don't like one shot and we're having a fight. Like, he and I were having a nice fight, but then his friends had to ruin it. And also... I've talked about this before. I mean, I obviously dropped out of college. I'm not saying college isn't for everyone. You shouldn't go to college. But also, don't feel like college is what you have to... Like, it's just, okay, I finished high school, right into college. Because you will regret it if you don't know what you're doing. And you put and waste all this money and put yourself into a hole for something you don't know what you want to do. Or you spend a lot of money trying to figure out what you want to do. And because of that, you're doing extra years, blah, 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 blah. It's not necessary. Don't be afraid to take an off year or 2 or whatever. College isn't going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You got plenty of your life. You're young, all right? Even if you're older, there's never a bad time to start something new, to learn something. You know, there's this pitfall people also fall into about like hobbies or stuff like that. Like, I'm too old to learn how to, like, I'm too old to learn how to draw or something. Like, I can't do that. Well, guess what? Everybody that learns to draw, some people, yes, have some more natural talent than others. You know, that goes across the board for anything that takes some amount of skill. Some people are just more gifted from the beginning. Some people aren't. But at the end of the day, everything takes practice. Practice and time. You might tell yourself you don't have time. But if you really wanted it, you would find time. And, you know, if you want to draw, go draw. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, 20. You got time. You always have time. Make time for the stuff you want to do, like I said. And this is just like, I'm not having fun. I'm just gonna say, I'm having fun talking with you guys, but this is not fun. Yeah, this is why I have not touched this in a while. Going on a lot of tangents here, but keep an open mind. Don't feel like everything has to be super optimal and you have to make the most of every single moment, every single day. And if you're not, you're wasting your potential or something. That's not true. And don't compare yourself to other people. I forget the quote exact, whatever, but there's like a little story or whatever about people and how everyone lives on their own timeline. Don't compare yourself and look at, well, you know, like for me, I'm 25. Let's say I was like, now I'm 25 and I do this, but like, yeah, like let's say I look at like an NFL player. Like, well, that guy's 25. He's been paid $7 million a year for 3 years to play on this professional team, and he's so successful, and he does all this, and he owns all that, and he can provide all this, and all this kind of stuff, and he's so good. And well, that's his timeline. And you know what? There's another 25-year-old out there doing nothing with his life, and that's totally fine because everybody's on their own timeline. Some people will graduate college right out of high school, like I said. Some people won't graduate college until they're 60, you know? Some people won't even graduate college, but everybody is on their own timeline, doing their own things. Everybody's circumstance is different. What everybody's looking for is different. A whole bunch of different articles and stuff about how, like, the reason society isn't a problem or whatever is because men aren't willing to do their jobs or their societal jobs that, you know, we've had society tell us to do, which is like nothing short of akin back when we're like, women have to be housewives. It's like men have to do jobs and do this much and provide for their family. Blah, 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 blah. And for some reason, there's a lot of people pushing that stereotype recently. You have to realize, it's like, some people like, guys like to play video games so much. That's totally fine. You want to play video games in their free time? Let them play video games, you know, as long as they're comfortable in their own skin. If they aren't in a relationship and they don't have kids and they're in mid-30s, whatever, and they just have a job and all they do is go to their job, go home, play video games, and that's it. And guess what? Are they happy? Are they satisfied? Then that's all there is to it. Life, there's no solution to life. There's no answer to life. Certainly what I'm finding. Everybody's experience is different. You got to make the most of it. Figure out what you enjoy and go from there. Sometimes not overthinking it is good. Because sometimes you overthink it and you be, well, maybe I have to. No. Are you happy? Cool. Do you want to achieve more? I mean, if that's like something you're you're looking for, then yeah, I would say, you know, try and find what that is. But if you're not sitting there like, man, I feel like if you're just like, you know what, this is good with me right now, then so be it, my friends. There was also this other thing. I got way too much stuff to think and talk about right now. Everything just jumbled up in my mind. I guess that's what Mondays do to me. And also what Mondays do to me is I'm trying to talk about all this instead, and while I'm talking about this, I'm not shooting people like I should be. I can't aim straight for the life of me. Can't hit the broadside of a moisture evaporator. Oh my yeetith. Wow. Oh, you should have let me die outside of the thing, dude. That would have been so much cooler. There's an article complaining about how these generations have it so easy. And I remember someone commented, like, isn't that the whole point? To ensure that generations after us have it easier? You know, is it so bad to improve quality of life that people have it easier? Like, isn't that the idea? Isn't that what we're trying to do? Why would you blame them for something that they're not even, you know, it's not even their fault either? Like, what? Man, kids these days have it so easy. Yeah, because that's what we were trying to do, was make it easier for them so they didn't have to go through the same things we did. Like, look at it this way. I played Destiny 1 year 1 so that people didn't have to know the planetary grind in Destiny 2 or something like that, you know? Or they didn't have to run around the planet to grab these said materials to just level up a gun a little bit to even know how the gun feels, because you don't even have any of the perks unlocked. Quality of life changes, see? Life imitates art, art imitates life. Quality of life. It can be seen in video games, increasing that quality of life, can be seen in real life, increasing that quality of life, and can also be seen in this video, because what am I talking about? This is supposed to be a video about the Destiny 2 beta loadout, and instead what it turned out to be was, I have no idea. A therapy session for me, maybe? I don't know. Maybe along with that whole I know when and when not to work, maybe I should put down, don't record commentaries on Monday mornings, because they devolve into whatever this is. With that said, I want to thank all of you much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Farewell.